last show because I talked about the ASU Climate Action Fund quite a bit, and I was going to finish with that, but we dove into that. But I got to admit here that Grace and her team, and particularly Grace, she's a big reason why we're here. You know, to be very honest, when I started in January or February, we were looking for partners, campus partners, to help get us in here. And Changemaker Central was that group that we partnered with, and Grace was my point of contact. She was the sustainability chair. She was very patient and very busy, you know, as well. You know, and so I have a huge hats off to Grace, and it's my honor to, you know, have them come and just pitch and practice, you know, their startup.
Hey everybody, I'm Ellie Moran. I'm a sophomore studying chemical engineering here at ASU. I'm minoring in business and sustainability, and I'll pass it off to Christina.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm a junior in mechanical engineering. I'm also minoring in sustainability, and I'm a student researcher at the Luminosity Lab, as are all of us.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Ryder. I am a sustainability student, so here at Walton Center for the Planetary Health, and I have minors in business, French, and political science. So the three of us are students at the Luminosity Lab, or researchers there, and we're excited to present to you guys Verdantt today. So, like I said, our start happened out at the Luminosity Lab, which is here on the Tempe campus in the Fulton building. We were hired back to the lab in January to tackle some sustainability-oriented challenges. Specifically, we looked into food waste and food insecurity. So these problems really hit close to home, as we all know. You can see up here that there's 43 food deserts in Maricopa County alone. So that's what kind of drew us into this problem, is because, like I said, hits close to home. And so something else that we learned that's really interesting about food deserts that I'm sure you all are aware of, but we all agree that it's not talked about enough, is that food deserts typically, if someone is able to access fresh produce, they're only doing so about once or twice a month. So that creates more consumer-based food waste. So we are only in our piloting stages, but we would like to present to you Verdantt, which is a two-pronged approach to food waste and food insecurity. So we kind of, like I said, we're only in our pilot, but we're here to talk to you guys about kind of where we've come from, where we're at currently, and where we're looking forward to heading in the future. So Christina, our mechanical lead, is going to take it from here.
Yeah, so the first part of our solution is a fresh produce system, which is essentially a new concept of a vending machine. So for this machine, users are able to access individualized sized portions of produce by the machine bringing down the bins to the output area and then personally retrieving however much they want in a pay-by-weight system. So as you can see up here, this is our conceptual prototype of that bin motion that we built out actually this past month because we're entering it in Innovation Open here at ASU. But yeah, so as you can see, it moves up and to the side to grab a bin, and then it'll bring that bin down to a retrieval door, bring it out, and the user has time to select whatever produce they would like. And these would be located in high-density areas such as college campuses or apartment complexes, and in the more finalized version, there would be temperature and humidity controlled bins to maximize the storage conditions of each individual produce item. But yeah.
Yeah, so then the second part of our idea is a food tracking app. So ideally users would scan their grocery receipts, all of their produce would be logged into the app as well as the date and time that it was purchased. So then the app tracks the produce and its expiration dates. So as you buy strawberries, it'll track how fresh they are, and then as the strawberries approach your expiration dates, it'll suggest a couple recipes that you can use to get rid of those produce that's going bad. And I think it's really important to note that, like, We came up with Verdantt because these are problems that we face as college students, and we know that other people face them too. So especially in single unit households, like for myself, I may go to the grocery store and buy a bag of oranges, but they are molded and squishy before I get to eating them. So we just think that the Verdantt produce vending machine in pairing with the app is a really great solution to mitigating food waste in individual households. So the business model for Verdantt can be divided into 3 separate parts. First is a monthly subscription plan for the app. Users will have access to the app for free, but in order to access premium features such as the receipt scanning and recipe suggestions, users have to pay $2.99 a month. And then there's also going to be advertising built into the app as well as on the screen of the vending machine. And then lastly, we will generate revenue through produce sales.
So a lot of other apps and competitors in the market focus on food tracking, but kind of in a different lens. So they fixate on calorie counting, macro counting, things like that from a personal health standpoint, whereas Verdantt takes the planet's health into account through counting food based on food waste. So that's one way that Verdantt stands out amongst its competitors. And another is just this seamless integration between both aspects, both the app and the physical system. So like Ellie and Christina touched on, you can upload a payment method through the app, which connects directly to the system. And then also our app, if you purchase something, say I purchase an apple in the physical system, that will be uploaded into your app. So it will let you know at what stage that apple is expired, things along those lines. So that seamless integration is really a key component as well.
So as I mentioned before, we're currently in our prototyping and piloting stage, but our first phase was ideation and research. So as we mentioned, we started in January, and we are conducting a lot of market research and surveys. Initially, just research background on different sources of carbon emissions, and then we put out a lot of surveys to test consumer interest for the app and the system itself, and then we kind of took those into our design phase, and right now we're prototyping and piloting, so we have that conceptual prototype that we're submitting to funding ventures in order to get more funding to build out a full minimum viable prototype. We also have the app still in prototyping phase for the same reason. We're also looking into community and corporate partners. So we've already reached out to Pitchfork Pantry, and we're looking to reach out to other partners as well, such as Trader Joe's, Aramark, or Imperfect Foods. And this is all to prepare us for app release and physical system launch, hopefully in spring of 2025.
Yeah, so our team, it started as a group at Luminosity Lab, and we still work with a lot of partners there, but we've taken the project out of the lab, the 3 of us, and started an LLC out of it, and we're just really excited to see where the project goes and hopefully get some testing going on ASU's campus, especially in dorms. And this is our contact information if you'd like to learn more or just hear a little bit more about our story. Thank you very much.
Okay, so however we can be of help, you just let us know. I mean, we had Aramark out here. My boss is at University Sustainability Practice, work with zero waste. My boss actually was with Aramark for like 10 years. And so whether it's food banks, whether it's food operators, service providers, just let us know what you need and we'll try to help you guys out.
Yeah, that's great. I would say the biggest thing right now is facilitating those connections. So we, like Ellie touched on, we have a very diverse team, but a large gap for us is that supply chain aspect. So if anyone in the room is familiar with a supplier or thinks of a person that our idea and concept aligns with, that would be really helpful. Those are the bulk of the meetings that we've been having lately, is suppliers, professors here at the university that are knowledgeable about supply chain, things along those lines.
And even potentially connecting with some media coverage, maybe get some stories.
Yeah,
you know.
that too would be great. Like we said, this is our website. Our Instagram launch is coming soon.
Okay.
We also have a LinkedIn. All of those can be found on our website.
And hopefully we'll be able to get you this video here and be able to share that on social. I can help push it out too. And so, thank you so much again. Let's give it a round of applause for closing us out here.
Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, Jason, too. I really appreciate you squeezing us in here.
Yeah, well, you've been involved from the beginning, and now you're involved at the end. So full circle here, and I appreciate all the help that you've done. So any way I can return that, you just let me know how I can help. Okay. Oh, they got a question here. Sorry about that.
Just one quick question. Why 2 T's in Verdantt?
I can answer that. When we started, it was 1, but then I was changing the temperature in my apartment, and it's the brand of a AC company, so we had some trademark issues. But T is not taken, so Verdantt with 2 T's is available, and we've taken it.
Yeah, run with that double T. Okay. Anybody else here? Okay, we're gonna get out here a little bit early. Thank you, ladies, again. Really appreciate you. And so that wraps up the day 2 of the Carbon Summit. We have a couple folks that stuck around and made it through. And so I am wiped out. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Everybody who stayed, there was so much information that we went through, so I didn't expect people to hang around 2 days, the whole time. But for those that did, thank you so much. And thank you to the camera crew for, being here, taking care of us. ASU Live Events, big shout out there. Aramark, Hummus Express, University Sustainability Practice. There was a whole bunch of people that helped make this, all the panelists and speakers that came. This was just a tremendous experience getting to this point, and we got so much to look forward to. So stay tuned, and we'll be back next year, and hopefully we'll have some in the spring in terms of an Earth Day celebration. That's obviously university aligned. We're working on partners, working on more stakeholders, and we encourage everybody to get involved. So if you want to get a hold of me, LinkedIn is the easiest way to do it. But I'm open, I'm available, so feel free to bounce any ideas, give me a call, shoot me an email, and thank you so much again, and have a good night.